Numbers are much more complex than what meets the eye. No pun intended. For many people, numbers, like humans, are a source of joy, comfort, and pleasure. For the others, numbers are extremely scary prospects. I mean, we all have seen many of our peers looking pale each time the maths teacher walks into class. Of the infinite numbers known to us, there are certain numbers that stand out. Whether that is pi, Euler's number e, the number 9, or any other special number. Each of these numbers are termed special because of their apparent unique identities when compared to the other normal numbers. In this video, I shall be talking on one such special number, 108. The number 108 has always and continues to exist in our daily lives. Whatever activity humanity engages in, the number 108 is bound to exist in some way or form. In this video, let us first explore the various different areas where we see 108 appear, after which we transition to the mathematics part. First, let us look at some examples of 108 in history. There are so many examples that it would not have been possible for me to list all of them down. Here are some noteworthy ones. First, Sarsen Circle, Stonehenge in the UK has a diameter of 108 feet. The structure of the monument is similar to that of the Phom Bakheng, an ancient Shiva temple located in Cambodia. This temple also has 108 towers around it. Second, there are exactly 108 sacred sites, also called pithas, all over India. Third, there are 108 Upanishads and there are 108 marmas with regards to Ayurveda. Fourth, there are 108 stars in Chinese astrology and there are 108 saints celebrated in Japan known as Vajradhatu. Fifth and finally, most Buddhist temples usually have 108 steps and 108 columns. A very good example of such temple is the temple of Angkor. This temple is also built around 108 huge stones. I cannot speak about history without talking on the topic of religion and mysticism. After all, a significant amount of our history is interwoven with religion. Let me tell you a little more about 108 in religion. First, numbers can be seen as messengers. When the number 108 appears in our life, it may mean that we're about to attain a long desired goal or achievement. The number 1 represents authority and leadership. The number 0 is a mysterious one that represents both nothingness and eternity. I have spoken about this in a previous video of mine. Link in description. Next, the number 8 is related to power, influence, abundance and achievement, and the power to manifest desired outcomes. In Buddhism, it is among the tenets that there are exactly 108 types of defilements. No more, no less. This could be a reason why a bell is usually chimed exactly 108 times in Japanese Buddhist temples. In Buddhism, it is also believed that the road to nirvana is laden with exactly 108 temptations. So every Buddhist has to overcome 108 earthly temptations to achieve nirvana. Each deity in Hinduism also has 108 names. Interesting, right? Finally, let us look at the roots of 108. Award-winning writer Elizabeth Gilbert writes, "The number 108 is held to be the most auspicious, a perfect 3-digit multiple of 3, its components adding up to 9, which is 3 threes. And 3, of course, is a number representing supreme balance." Right, so that finishes the first half of the video. The point here was to not give a lecture of the examples of the occurrences of 108, but to draw attention to the fact that this number has constantly been present since ancient times in cultures all around the world. Now, let's jump to the second half of the video, the more interesting part of maths. Ancient Indians discovered the significance of the number 108 a long time ago. Let's first look at some interesting facts about 108. In mathematics, a Harshad number in a given number base is an integer that is divisible by the sum of its digits when written in that base. 108 is a Harshad number since 1 plus 0 plus 8 is equal to 9 and 108 is divisible by 9. This is the case of base 10 numbers. Here are some other examples of calculations involving 108. 366 days in a sidereal year, where 3 into 6 into 6 is equal to 108. 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared also equals 108. And finally, 108 degrees is the inner angle of a pentagon. According to the mathematician Leonardo Fibonacci, after whom the Fibonacci sequence is named, the number 108 has a way of representing the wholeness of existence. The Fibonacci sequence is also related to the golden ratio, the spiral arrangement of leaves or petals of some plants follow the golden ratio. Pine cones exhibit a golden spiral, as do the seeds of a sunflower. The Fibonacci sequence is one of the most prominent mathematical formulas. Each number in the sequence is the sum of the two numbers that precede it. So the sequence goes 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, and so on. The mathematical equation describing it is xn plus 2 is equal to xn plus 1 plus xn. It's been called nature's secret code and nature's universal rule. It is said to have governed the dimensions of everything from the Great Pyramid of Giza to the iconic seashell called Nautilus. What is interesting though is that Leonardo Fibonacci did not actually discover the sequence. Instead, ancient Sanskrit texts that use the Hindu-Arabic numeral system first mention it, and those predate Leonardo Fibonacci by many centuries. To fully understand the significance of the number 108, it is necessary to understand the numerical signs of decimal parity. In many ancient cultures like Egypt and India, decimal parity was used as a way to fully understand the truth of numbers. Using decimal parity, we can break numbers down into single digits. Let's take the following example. The decimal parity equivalent of the number 699 is 6 plus 9 plus 9, which is 24, and 2 plus 4 is 6. So the decimal parity equivalent of 699 is 6. The first 24 numbers of the Fibonacci sequence are as shown on the screen. If we apply the decimal parity to the Fibonacci sequence, we find that there is a repeating series of 24 digits, as can be seen here. If we add these 24 digits up, incredibly, we get the number 108. Furthermore, the number 108 has significance with regard to the distance between the Earth and the Moon, and even between the Earth and the Sun. The distance between the Moon and the Earth is 108 times the diameter of the Moon, but only once a month, because according to NASA, the Moon's orbit around the Earth is not a perfect circle but more of an ellipse. Similarly, the distance between Earth and the Sun is 108 times the diameter of the Sun. Earth's orbit around the Sun is, however, also an ellipse, and so between September 18th and 19th, the distance of the Sun from the Earth is 108 times that of the Sun's diameter. Here is the calculation. The diameter of the Sun is 1.3927 million kilometers. The diameter of the Moon is 3474.8 kilometers. By yogic science, first, let's look at the distance between Earth and the Sun. The diameter of the Sun multiplied by 108 gives us 150.4116 million kilometers. The diameter of the Moon multiplied by 108 gives us 376,000 kilometers. By modern day calculations, the distance between Earth and the Sun is 149.38 million kilometers, and the distance between the Moon and the Earth is 384,400 kilometers. As you can see, the margin of error is very small, especially considering no modern apparatus was used. Incredible, isn't it? That a single 3-digit number can have such an important role in the creation of civilizations, religion, mathematics, and even space. That's all for today's video. The next video will be on time. That will be the second in the series about time that I am creating. So stay tuned for that one to come out. Like always, do remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I can't wait to start working on the next one. Until next time, thank you.